Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are library people. We like facts. And tonight my team will present a vast array of factual information, tidily and logically set out, as you would expect from library people. But first, I'd like to make an appeal to you, the audience. I'm sure that you too are library people, lovers of facts, but let's just take a moment to consider the role of emotion in tonight's debate. When you come to judge my team, tonight's winner, try not to let yourselves be swayed by emotion. You are compassionate people. Try not to let your compassion, your sense of pity for the brave but futile efforts of the opposing teams influence your decision. You are also sensuous creatures of the body as well as the mind. I know it's asking a lot, but try not to let the incredible level of raw sexual energy radiating forth from my team cloud your judgments. So, are libraries worth saving? Let's turn to facts. It is a fact that I have a number of strongly held opinions. It is a fact that I'm about to share one of those opinions with you now. To understand where we are now, we need to look at how we got here. We need to learn from the past. So let's look at how important libraries have been in the past, how they have been one of the central elements of civilization. Sumer, 2600 BC, its library of clay tablets marked the transition from prehistory, the end of prehistory, the beginning of history, a library. In the 3rd century BC, what was the great Egyptian city of Alexandria famous for? Its library. Not its building consent process. Not its city promotion office. Its library. In the 15th century AD, the libraries of the cities of central and northern Italy were the nucleon for academies of scholars. These were the guys who were driving the great intellectual movement we call the Renaissance. Libraries. And let's not forget, in the 10th century AD, Abdul Qasim Ismail, the Grand Vizier of Persia, used to travel with a caravan of 400 camels, carrying 117,000 books, arranged by title according to the 32 letters of the Persian alphabet. Now, it's a mobile library, yes. but who needs those anymore? Right, so okay, that last fact doesn't really have apart from the reference to the mobile library, it doesn't have a lot to do with tonight's topic. But it's such a neat fact that I wanted to share it with you. And that's what library people are all about. Finding neat stories, finding fascinating bits of information, and sharing them with the wider community. Here's another one of my strongly held opinions. Could be a bit controversial. This is one about Wellington City Council and its libraries. I believe that council should stick to its knitting. It should concentrate on providing core services like roads, rubbish, and libraries. Yes, that is another lesson from history. Libraries have been part of core council services for a long time, longer than parking buildings or business support or whatever. The Wellington Central Library opened in 1893. The Newtown branch, 1902, Brooklyn, 1905, other suburban branches on through the 20s and 30s and so on. So, in the past, libraries have been incredibly important on the world stage and locally. That's the past. What of the future? Are libraries worth saving? Because, let's face it, there are plenty of institutions which have served us well in the past, but which are not relevant today. Thinking things like dog dosing strips, the telegram service, Winston Peters. So, in the unlikely event that the opposing team can muster any kind of coherent argument, they could say libraries are no longer relevant in this electronic age of e-books, Google, Wikipedia, to which I say, maybe, but as with most of the important things in life, it's a bit more complicated than that. On the subject of e-books, the supposed future, here are some facts from the USA. Writing in the New Yorker, James Surovicki notes that between 2009 and 2011, e-book sales increased at triple-digit rates, annual rates. But last year, e-book sales in the US rose by only 44%. He points out that this kind of slowing down in the sales rate, growth rate of e-books isn't what you'd expect if e-books were going to replace printed books anytime soon. He also notes that in a recent survey, 97% of people in the US who read e-books, that's my time.
It is. Can you finish your sentence?
I will. 97% of people who read e-books said that they are still wedded to print, and just 3% of frequent book buyers read only digital. So, e-books are not the future, libraries are. There we go.